I went to the doctor recently, and my doctor told me that I can no longer even sleep safely. My doctor told me that I have a condition called sleep apnea. And this is after every woman I've ever slept with telling me that I have sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition where you snore so bad that not enough oxygen gets into your brain. Basically, I have a condition where when I fall asleep, I turn into a pug. I can't even sleep unsupervised. The one thing we let babies do, unsupervised. And this makes me sad. It depresses me. But also, if you think about it, it's a story of human triumph. It is, right? Because I've become such a chubby little guy that I broke the system. I have become comfortable beyond God's foresight. Right? God was up in heaven like, I will create a creature that sustains itself on an equal measure of eating and sleeping. And one of the angels was like, but God, what if they get so good at eating that they can no longer sleep? And God was like, spare me your philosophical riddles, angel. I have created perfect balance. Yes, I have created plentiful food, but I have also created famine and war and winter and wolves. And the entire time we were down here on Earth like, what else can we put in the pizza crust? Oh, no, 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 no. But we have also solved sleep apnea now. Because I have a mask, I have a device that I can put on at night that lets me sleep safely at night. It's called the CPAP mask, and it's a full face mask where I put it on. I look like a fighter pilot on a mission to never have sex again for the rest of my life. Ever. It's the least sexy thing on the planet because it's a mask with a hose that connects to a box. If that's on, it's off. You know, like... It doesn't look like it's time to get down. It looks like it's time to say goodbye to Pop Pop for the last time. And I worry about that. I worry about what's going to happen if I die in my sleep while I'm wearing that mask. Because that means that my ghost will also be wearing that mask. We all understand that, right? Your ghost is wearing whatever you were wearing when you die. That's science. That's hard science. And I'm going to have to explain that to other ghosts. And many of those ghosts will have died before the invention of the CPAP mask. So they're gonna think I died doing something cool. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, all right, I know you got a good story, man. What happened to you, dude? What happened to you, dude? He died in 1830, but he still talks like this. What happened to you, dude? Oh, dude. Dude, I drank a hella poisonous tonic, dude. That's what happened to me. What happened to you, brother? Were you like a undersea welder or something? What happened to you, man? What's with the mask? Were you like a fighter pilot? No, too big. All right, what were you? What was going on? And I'm gonna have to be like, oh, no, nothing like that. I had so much fudge that my body forgot how to sleep. I'm 39 years old. Every day Every day I see another fact about how old I am that hurts my feelings. Every day I'm scrolling on social media and I see one of those posts that's like, wanna feel old? And never once have I wanted to feel old. If I wanted to feel old, I would try to pick up a sock. But I read them nonetheless. I saw one the other day that was like, did you know that the amount of time that has passed between now and the release of the original Jurassic Park movie is the same amount of time between the release of the original Jurassic Park movie and when actual dinosaurs roamed the earth? But I'm trying to own it. I'm at the age now where if I want to have kids, I really got to make that decision. And I do think I want to have kids, but I'm not sure that I want to have them for the right reason. Because I mainly want to have kids for mischief-based reasons. Like, I want to have a kid, and I want to dress him up in the exact same outfit that I'm wearing. Send him into a convenience store to grab a bunch of candy bars and then run out without paying. And then he'll hide in a bush and I'll take his place holding those candy bars. So when the guy working at the convenience store runs out after him, he sees me. And I'm like, I got bigger, what do you want to do? I should have kids, right? Yeah, all right. It's dangerous having no kids at this age. Because when you're a middle-aged white male, you start developing hobbies. And we traditionally have not had the best hobbies. I have too much free time, and I've found myself getting into conspiracy theories. I think my generation is especially prone to conspiracy theories, by the way. I think we are, because I have a theory that when people my age... When people my age were kids, people told us that there were boners in Disney movies. And then we got older, and it turned out that there were boners in Disney movies. When you have a kid, you want your kid to be into the same things that you're into, right? I understand that. You want your kid to be into hunting, fishing, or stealing candy bars from convenience stores. But if you want your kid to be into hunting and they're into drag instead, I'm afraid that that horse has already left the barn. Because they're going to be able to find it. It's in movies, it's on TV, it's on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, right? And I'm afraid that hunting lacks the natural pizzazz inherently present in a drag performance. But it doesn't have to. Church it up a little bit, right? You're already putting on a full face of camouflage makeup. Throw in a bold lip. Put a bold lip in there. You know? You're up in an elk stand for 14 hours waiting for an elk. That's boring. Spice it up. Add some choreography, okay? When the elk finally shows up, be like, oh my God, Junior. There he is. Beautiful 14-point buck. I'm gonna go for the gun, but I want you to know how proud I am. And I really treasure this time we spent together. And I love you. All right? That's a major sleigh, right? That's a major sleigh. Not me providing dinner for the whole family. You got your kid back, right? There you go. I'm not much of a gun guy. I'm against them for moral reasons, sure, but mostly I don't like guns because I think guns place an unnatural limitation on the diversity of tough guys in a given population. Because if you're in a situation and there's a guy who looks like he has a gun, that's the tough guy there, right? No one else is going to be the tough guy because it's the guy with a gun who's a tough guy. You know the kind of guy I'm talking about, right? You know the guy who looks like he has a gun, pulled up to the bar in the biggest, whitest, cleanest truck you've ever seen in your entire life. Such a big truck, so tall, way too tall for any practice. Unless you're helping Shaq move, that's not useful at all. You know what I mean? Like an aggressive window decal professing their political views, like a fundamental misunderstanding of the Punisher character from comic books. That guy. It's such a silly way to share your beliefs. Because it's a sticker. You know, from like when we were little guys, right? Like, still a sticker. If you ever see one of those guys with one of those stickers and you're like, whoa, like you're a little intimidated. If it's like, if you get an abortion, I'll kill you. You know, like on a sticker. Just picture him putting the sticker on. Picture him standing up in the back of his Ford F-350 like... Calvin pissing on Hunter Biden. I just prefer areas where there's fewer guns. I think you get more fun tough guys there. I went to London, England. And in London, they have no guns. And anyone there could be a tough guy. You could get your ass kicked by a guy with an umbrella and a bowler hat. It might happen. I was there with 8 other Americans. We were there for a work trip. And at the end of the week, to celebrate, we went on a pub crawl. And towards the end of the pub crawl, this tiny little, very drunk British guy had latched onto our group. And at first it was fun, but towards the end of the night, it was clear that he wasn't really picking up on any verbal cues, and he wouldn't stop hassling a couple of the women we were with. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go talk to him. I'll let him know his night's over. I'm a big guy. There's 9 of us. I'll handle it. So I walked over to him and I looked down. And I said, hey, buddy, I think you've had enough to drink. I think it might be time for you to go home. And he looked up at me and he said, oi, what's that, Porky? I think it's time for you to kiss my ass. And it hurt. Because I'd never been cussed at in that accent before. I was like, oh, that's how Paddington talks. But I collected myself, right? I was like, I don't think you heard me. I said it's time for you to go home. And he said, I don't think you heard me. It's time for you to kiss my ass. And that gave me pause. I was like, why is this guy so confident? I know he doesn't have a gun, but is Harry Potter real? Is magic real? Do they still have swords over here? Maybe I misread the situation. Maybe this guy about to pull a sword on me, right? I don't have a sword. And I didn't want to fight anyway, so I was like, hey, buddy, we're not looking for trouble. And he cut me off. He said, oh, you found trouble, mate. It sounded so cool. For a second, I was like, oh, someone's gonna get their ass kicked. Oh no, it's me, I'm the one. And then he said, right, I'll sort out all 9 of you then. And he took his hand and he reached it into the waistband of his pants. And when he did that, my heart caught in my throat. Because I'm an American. When someone does that here, it means they have a gun. And you've misread the situation drastically. And I thought it was very scary. Also, I thought it was a little bit funny. Even in that moment. Because I was like, you're gonna get shot in London? Flying all the way over here? We make the finest artisanal gun violence in the world back home. This is like a French guy trying champagne for the first time in Madison, Wisconsin. What's going on?